The easiest way to think of finding the upper and lower bound for a particular measurement is look at the degree of accuracy used. Now in this case we have a measurement of 137 meters correct to the nearest meter. And I like to think of that as correct to the nearest one. In this case it's nearest meter, but it's to the nearest 1 meter. Now to find the upper and lower bounds for a quantity, we always add and then subtract half of the degree of accuracy. Now in this case the degree of accuracy is 1. If it was to the nearest 0.1, then that would be the degree of accuracy. So here I'm going to add and subtract half of 1. In other words, I'm going to add and subtract 0.5. Now I don't need to do anything funny like 0.499999, because when we work out the upper and lower bound, we are assuming that we understand that the length has to be less than the upper bound, but it could be greater than or equal to the lower bound, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. So the lower bound is found by calculating 137 meters take away that 0.5. Now that comes out as 136.5 meters. That's the lower bound for the length of the fence. The upper bound for the length of the fence, similar idea, but we just have to do 137 this time, add 0.5 meters. In other words, 137.5 meters. Now, because we understand for the upper and lower bounds that basically we're taking the length of the field could be greater than or equal to the lower bound, that's 136.5 meters, but we understand that it's got to be less than 137.5 meters. In other words, this upper bound, the length of the field could be anything up to but not including 137.5. So it's perfectly acceptable to write 137.5 there.